Hey, y'all, welcome on. Oh my word, you should see me. This has been different and we're gonna roll with it. So welcome on. So excited to have you guys here. We are live, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube. I'm gonna turn my lighting on because that's gonna drive me bananas. This is a little behind the scenes for y'all, okay? It's not a walk in the park every day here, but we make it happen. And I'm gonna show up for you guys today. I have so much content prepared for you. I'm gonna rock your world, okay? I'm wearing my #boss shirt to self-proclaim that we are gonna crush it today. So if you guys have been hanging with us, welcome on. We're so excited to see you. So we're actually in session 3 of the Facebook group's Money Maker Workshop. So what that means for you, if you're just joining with us, just come hang. Today, we're going to be talking about content creation and starting to make your Facebook group profitable. Okay, so if you're new and you're joining us, just put new in the comments. If you didn't catch anything yesterday, we can help you out. If you're on Instagram, all the replays are in my profile grid. If you're on YouTube, you'll see those listed under the live tab on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, all the replays are in guide number 7 for inside of our Facebook group, Gold Digging Boss Babes. If you want to participate in the homework and all the things, make sure you get yourself inside of Gold Digging Boss Babes. So welcome back. So excited to have you guys. I'd love for you guys to share your biggest takeaways from yesterday. Did you get your Facebook group name rebranded or settled on? Did you get your homework done or at least started? Because we really want to start thinking about, what is the theme of our Facebook group? What kind of value are we going to offer? Because if we don't take the time to do that, obviously, we're going to continue to spin our wheels. So you can't really go out and create content, put your plan together like I'm going to show you today, unless you have this figured out. So let me know in the comments, because obviously I can't keep up with every single notification going on the last couple of days. So let me know in the comments, what did you come up with for the theme of your Facebook group? So is it a beauty group that helps women over 50 feel fabulous? Is it a mom group that empowers mom to be the best parents that they can be? Let me know in the comments what you settled in on for the name of your Facebook group. And also, as we get started here, please tag a friend. Let them know that you're here. You can use the @ symbol. You can use it on Instagram. You can use it on Facebook. I don't even know about YouTube. You could try that, but you could hit that share button and pop this video over to a friend via text or in the DMs. Share this with them so that way they can crush their Facebook groups as well. Okay, so I'm seeing some of the comments rolling in. Work in progress. Yeah, absolutely. And it is one of those things where you can adjust it later on. I've rebranded this group just one time, and I've rebranded our other group, Fempreneurs, 3 times over the last 5 or 6 or 7 years. And you can rebrand these. So later on, if you decide to pivot or go in a different direction, you can absolutely do that. It's just important to get started. Okay. We don't want to get stuck in that place where my thing's crooked over there. Sorry, Instagram. Did you drink your V8 today? Apparently I didn't. So we don't want to get stuck in that paralysis analysis where we're thinking about this for 47 weeks. Just pick, figure it out, let's go, okay? Also, I wanted to remind you guys that our 12-month group coaching programs are open. We open these once or twice a year. These are our flagship programs. These are the programs that we've personally, we launched the first one 4.5 years ago. The other one's 3.5 years. It's been around. These are some of the best programs, self-proclaimed again, in the world. These are international global coaching programs. They're accredited. I've personally designed all the curriculum myself to teach people how to monetize their brands on social media, to teach them simple systems and online strategies in sales and marketing. This is for the woman who says, I want to build a brand on social media. I want to do what you're doing, Kimberly. I'm sick and tired of the DMing and the cold messaging and the scripts that aren't working, or posting and praying. You know what you're doing isn't working, but you're just spinning your wheels. You're all over the place. You don't have a plan each day to follow. You don't even know really how to make this all work. You guys have to remember, you've never done this before. Now there's degrees in entrepreneurship, but most of you probably stumbled into this. Most of you probably just kind of fell into entrepreneurship, maybe getting into network marketing or something like that. And before you know it, you're supposed to know how to run a business. It isn't for the faint of heart, but also there are some of us that have gone before you, and I have a lot of experience at this point. But also we have had women come in that didn't have prior experience, didn't have a following. We're struggling so much. I mean, I could go on and on. We had a girl who came in, and she actually had tried network marketing for a really long time, and it just wasn't working. And when I started looking at her content, it was just too vague. She was like, go get it, moms, you can do it. And we decided to build out a specific, figure out her niche and figure out what her brand was going to be, who she was going to help. And I'm speaking of Megan. And guys, she had struggled and struggled, and we finally got that together. And not only did she start recruiting again, or for the first time ever, she'd never been able to get customers. She actually decided to start coaching network marketers and became a network marketing coach. And she never had to go back to work after being home with her babies. And it's just really, really cool to see. We had a woman, Patty, that came in. She wasn't getting into coaching. She wanted to really focus on direct sales, but she was a college professor, so really, really successful in the corporate space. And she's like, I want to retire. I see everybody else that they're working and working and working. And she's like, I'm ready to be done. So she came into our programs, finally broke through. She'd been sitting at a rank for over a year. She finally broke through, and she was able to retire from her professor level job and be able to be a full-time entrepreneur. Elise, somebody who she'd never had success in network marketing, but she was successful in corporate. So when she came in, I knew she wanted to come in and learn network marketing, but I was like, girlfriend, like, you have so many skills, like, let's do something else too. So we actually built out a social media agency. She launched it. She actually did $200,000 her first 12 months as an entrepreneur, quit her job. They actually ended up hiring her back, but she actually is a top earner in her network marketing company. She's hit every incentive trip. She's in the top 75, I think, of the entire company. So I could go on and on and on. The only difference between them and you is they made the decision to invest in themselves and commit to this, to themselves, to be able to get the coaching, get the structure and the curriculum, and make the time to do it. That's it. And if there's a will, there's a way. So if you're like, oh, I don't have the money, honestly, we've had people sell things. We've had people get part-time jobs. We've had people get loans. We've had people borrow money from family members. What better investment can you make than in yourself? And if you're just like, well, I don't know, that means you're not in a place with your mindset that you have enough self-confidence to invest in yourself. And that means you need to focus on your mindset. In all of our programs, the very first part of the curriculum, and this is just academy curriculum, but the first part of ILC as well is cultivating a millionaire mindset. And everyone gets in and they go, oh, Kimberly, I've done the mindset training. And I'm like, well, you're going through my training because apparently something's missing here. And then they go through it. And how many of you have done it? Every time they're like, oh my gosh, I figured out what was holding me back. Okay. So mindset's critical, obviously, but we've got to get into how you're going to own the online space, guys. Like, if you can't figure out what your people want, they're not going to buy your stuff. Or if you don't know how to position yourself as an affiliate, as a digital marketer, as a network marketer, you're literally one of a million. There's millions and millions of people who do what you do. So why you? I forgot to show this to you guys yesterday. One of my gifts, or one of my favorite things to do, is give gifts. So this is the Academy box. The Ignited Life Coaching box is a little bit bigger. So what you get in the mail when you enroll, this is all online as well, is you get your curriculum. So this right here is, I wrote all of it. It's like, I don't know, 200 pages. But the way it's set up is you're going to read through your curriculum, and we actually give you your schedule. So we do customize. It is flexible. Rihanna is our client experience manager, and she actually will help you adjust it. So let's say you are going faster or you need more time, we adjust it for you. Okay. But we do have suggested reading. And for example, week 1 might say read pages 1 through 7. Okay. So as you're going through the curriculum, what you'll do is you're going to see a kind of a call out box. This box right here has your action items. And then these right here are on your Trello board. So when you enroll, all of you get a Trello board. I'll be on it. Rihanna's on it. Crystal is our program coordinator. She's on it. If there's any other coaches you're working with in the program, they'll be on it. And we can actually see your work in the academy and in Ignited Life Coaching. So at any given time, I can pull up your Trello board. I can see exactly where you're at. But as you're completing your action steps, you're checking those off and they're turning green. So what it's doing is creating that biofeedback that you are completing things, that you're progressing. Because I don't know about you, but I've bought so many programs where I didn't even log in, or I logged in once, but there's nobody like checking on you and you just kind of forget about it, right? And you're like, oh yeah, I bought that thing. That's not how it works in our world. We're on you like white on rice. And we work with you. Like I said, if you have, a death in the family or just work is really crazy one week, all I ask is that you stay engaged, and I want you just doing something once a week. Even if it's watching a 10-minute video, I just ask for once a week unless you're on vacation, but I can actually see that. So if you are not engaged, we will get up in there. Okay. You're going to hear from me. And some of you have been there. And look, if you're investing in this means you're serious and life's going to happen and we don't have time for excuses. Okay. So here's your curriculum. You get a book as well. Leaders are readers. So we picked some really great books for you. And you also get some swag. Now, this will come in your welcome box. And then after that, you will be able to unlock gifts throughout the program, books and gifts as you complete your curriculum. So we're basically incentivizing your behavior and allowing you to get that, again, that biofeedback, like I'm doing this, this is happening. Okay. So if you want the accountability, if you want the structure, if you want to put processes, get some simple processes in place, that automation, building the brand out, that's what this is all about. Ignited Life Coaching is going to be the best fit for those of you that have some fundamentals in place, but you want more. You want to build out a coaching business, an agency. You want to launch courses. Like you just know there's more like beyond the basics for you, or you already have some of that down. Okay. And if you're not sure, we'll go over that with you as well. Yeah, I have tons of videos on Trello, basic ones. Yeah, just type in the Gold Digger Girl Trello on YouTube and you'll see them. It's some of our most popular ones as well. Okay. Jennifer Lynn. Okay. Jennifer needs the stop the scroll link, y'all, if you can get that to her. Thank you so much. We can just drop it in the comments for you. So we actually put this in the registration. It was stop the scroll, and stop the scroll is basically a 2-part bundle where there are guides and resources in there all about social media from A to Z, but also we put in there 100 CTAs, 100 hooks, I think, 100 emails in there. 92 of them, I think, are sales emails that you can use for email marketing, but you can also use them for writing your captions for your reels and so on and so forth. Yeah, a lot of really great stuff. Okay, so just put boss in the comments if you want to know more about Academy, Ignited Life Coaching. We do have funding options, obviously. We have some incentives for you guys right now while it's open. It'll be closing Tuesday night at midnight. So while it's open, you're also going to get an in-person experience. For Academy, it's an in-person mastermind in Austin, Texas. And then for Ignited Life Coaching, it's a beach retreat where we actually cover your lodging as well. Those are included as bonuses. And then there are branding packages. So there's a mini branding package for Academy where we'll give your Facebook cover a refresh and just some different assets to help your social look better. And then for Ignited Life Coaching, you get a full package. So we'll actually build out a funnel for you. So you have the automation with the lead magnet and things like that too. Okay. So there's a little bit more involved. If you want specifics on that, just let us know and we got you covered. Okay. All right. So you guys ready to rock for session 3. It is a lot. It's a lot of content we're going through here. So, you guys are rocking and rolling. I'm proud of you for showing up. A lot of people sign up for these things and they don't show up, right? You can't sign up for things and make money. You got to sign up, you got to show up, and you got to do the work. That's how you do it. Okay. All right. So if you have your workbook, awesome. If not, just get out pen and paper. Okay. You don't need the workbook. Don't go look for it. Just stay here with me. Okay. So for session 3, we're going to talk about creating engaging content that converts. Let me know below, how are you feeling with your content creation when it comes to your Facebook groups? Show up to go up. Yes, Nikki. How are you feeling when it comes to content creation with your Facebook groups? Do you feel like you have a plan, a structure around it? How are you feeling about that? Let me know. Okay. Okay. So in your workbook there for session 3 on page 23, there are 15 different ideas around creating engaging content. Okay. So you can look through those. Obviously, storytelling, testimonials, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to give you 5, just kind of my favorite ways to explain this and teach this. I'm going to give you 5 just to keep it simple for training purposes. But if you want like more ideas and kind of dive in a little bit more, you can obviously refer to the workbook. Okay. All right. So these aren't specifically fill in the blank in the workbook. You can just write this in your notes, or you can write it on the workbook and just star them. They're kind of sprinkled through. Okay. So the first one is a content calendar. Oh, here we go. Let me just share my whole screen. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the content calendar. We're going to include this with the homework post. So if you guys are, let me make sure this is working the way I want it to. Yes, it is. Okay, if you guys are on Instagram and you can't see this, excuse me, some allergies going on. Do you guys have allergies by you? I mean, there can be allergies anywhere, but Austin's like, we live on like a few acres, which is beautiful, but there's pollen and trees and things, and it's a thing. Okay, I digress. So if you're on Instagram, if you go into Gold Digging Boss Babes on Facebook, we're going to put this in guide number 7 if you want this. Okay. So I have this beautiful Trello board that is in addition to what you got when you registered. So what it is, it's the Facebook group content calendar. Okay, so that's what I'm going over. If you're on Instagram, you can just kind of listen. But really quickly, I want to show this to you guys. There's a video tutorial in the top left corner, but basically you're going to use this to, here's some conversation starters. New members needs to be part of your strategy. But anyways, you can use this to plan out your content. And so what we did is we put ideas for themes, which I'll get into in a minute. Yeah, the pollen, I know, oh my gosh. Tuesday, I wouldn't trade it for winter though, I'll tell you that. Okay, so Monday, it has some themes. Tuesday, so basically what you would do is, here's an example of Monday. You would just drop your content on here. You would click here and you'd write your description right here. And then with Facebook, Facebook groups, you can schedule your content. So you could plan this out once a week, pull up Facebook, copy paste the stuff into Facebook, schedule, and you could be done with it. Okay, so as you build it out, once you use it, you can move it down to the bottom as done, and then you can start recycling that content. So what we're going to do is we're going to include this in the homework post. Okay, sound good? Okay, so number 1, the first thing you want to do to crush your content is you want to follow a content calendar. We need to be intentional with our content. If you're not intentional, people can sense that. So if you've been winging it and you're just like, oh, like my group is dead, people aren't engaging, that's because it hasn't been a priority for you. Just remember, whatever you focus on grows and you get more of, good or bad. We all know this. So if you're not really focusing on it and you're not really in it, your heart's not in it, that's going to show and people are going to sense that. Okay. So you definitely want to follow a content calendar, be intentional and plan it out. Do you guys have do you guys plan out your content? Let me know in the comments. The second thing you want to do is you want to go live weekly. So with going live weekly, what you want to be thinking about with that is the ability to build up your know, like, and trust factor is the highest and fastest with going live, like we talked about yesterday. So if you're not going live weekly, let me know if you're going live weekly. Let me see here. Let me see what we got. If you're not going live weekly, why not? Is it because you don't know what to talk about? Is it because you're not confident? Is it because you're like, who am I? I'm too busy. You know, that's all holding you back. Whatever you just inserted with my question, that's holding you back. Okay. So going live weekly, if you really want to grow your group, this is what you need to do. I don't go live weekly in our groups anymore. And I did for years and years and years. And it just got to a point where it wasn't necessary, just with all the other, we have our podcast and our YouTube and just so many resources every week that we produce that we don't need to. So if you have all those other things going on, great. If your group is what you want it to be, great. And for most of you, you need to be going live every week. Okay. And I would not pre-schedule it. I would just go live. Okay. Because then energetically you're connected, which is really important. Yeah. If you don't know your niche, you are going to be held up with everything that you do, with reels, with stories, with content, going live, all of it. That's why it's so important to learn that stuff. And most people really fail when it comes to nailing their niche or in their avatar work. And then they wonder why things aren't working. Okay. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to include CTAs. So with your content, again, we talked about this yesterday, but I just want to remind you, what you want to be thinking about with your CTAs and your calls to action is that every single post needs a CTA. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You want to go live in your group. So what you're going to do, like we talked about, we also did review this yesterday. So go back and watch it again. This is how it's going to go. You're going to do your teaser on your wall, which can be your personal profile or your business page. I recommend your personal profile on Instagram because that's where your warm market is, or excuse me, personal profile on Facebook or Instagram or both. I set up multiple devices and I do it on both with a teaser. Tell them what the topic is about and why they need to learn it. Then you say, okay, if you want this, drop me below. And then you go in the Facebook group and you go live and tell them the whole thing. Your best stuff needs to be in your Facebook group. If you give away your best stuff on your wall or on Instagram, then they have no reason to go in your group. If you're growing your group, that needs to be your focal point. That needs to be your very best stuff. Great question. So we're going to include those CTAs. You're going to get really good at writing your post so people comment, so that they engage, okay? And when you start to get it down and people start engaging, that's going to tell the algorithm, oh, wow, people like this content. Oh, people are loving what she's doing, okay? And then you're going to get more and more traction. Oh, this next one's going to blow your mind. Are you guys ready for this? Okay. So what you're going to do, number 4, and I'm just like listing off things that are awesome. So you don't need to like write this down and worry that you missed a step. Okay. So for the 4th one I'm giving you right now is I want you to use polls to repurpose your content. Okay. So as I said yesterday, watch parties, rest in peace. Okay. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go live. And then the next day you're going to do a poll. And you're going to say, based off my training on, 5 strategies you can use for potty training or whatever, which strategy are you going to implement? So that's your poll. And then in the question, you're going to put the link to the live that you did, and you're going to have your poll answers. What's going to happen is people are going to click your link to go back and watch the video so they know the potty training video so they can answer the poll. What did you just do by doing that? You just drove traffic to the live. When you do that, you re-engage the live video, okay? So you can do this with lives and other posts, but you're basically putting a piece of content in your Facebook group, and then you're creating a new piece of content such as a poll with the link to the original post or live saying, hey, what'd you think about this? People are curious. You're getting their attention. Polls tend to do really well, double views. Yeah, polls tend to do really well with Facebook groups. Okay, the other thing you can do, and this is just my favorite, I would do this on your wall and your groups if it were me, and it just go back like 3 videos. Every time you do a new video and go live, I want you to take that URL of the new video, and I want you to go put it on the last 3 lives that you did in the comments. And I want you to say, hey, just dropped a new video. It's all about XYZ. Watch it here. What happens is every single person who reacted or commented to the prior lives, they're going to get a DM or they're going to get a notification that says, Kimberly just commented on a post or on a live video that you commented on, or Kimberly just commented on a live video that you loved. And then what happens is if they're curious, they're going to click it and it's going to take them to your comment that says new video just dropped, watch here. I mean, my work is done here. If you just do that one thing, suddenly you're going to get lives popping back up. You're bumping them basically. You're going to get live video content resurfacing. You're going to get people that maybe haven't seen your other stuff. You're going to get their attention. Now, not only are they watching the new video, we've re-engaged the last video, the last couple. Okay. So you definitely got to do that. It's just genius. And then the final thing we want to do to crush our content, in addition to there's different ideas in the workbook for you guys, is you want to add value with guest trainers. Okay. So if you're just like, man, I'm lame, you know what I mean? Like you need to be awesome and like work on your mindset. But if you're like, gosh, I feel like, I want to help moms to embrace a healthy lifestyle. I want to be able to teach them that they can, have a healthy and kind of crunchy granola lifestyle, but they don't have to like bake bread. Like I'm going to show them how to feel really confident as a mom for their families. But like, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer, which I am a nutritionist and personal trainer. But let's say this is you. You're like, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not certified in like Reiki and meditation and just all these things that I know could help them. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go find a nutritionist and a personal trainer and a Reiki person and a meditation expert and someone who does manifestation and parenting coach. And you're going to go, you could do a poll on your wall. Hey, or just on your personal profile. Hey, looking for somebody who's an expert in teaching manifestation. Drop me below or DM me if you are. You don't think people who are into that are going to be like, ooh, awesome. We all want to utilize our skills, right? Heck yeah. And you can tell them, hey, I'd love to have you in the community. My only ask is that, you share this in your stories that, we're doing this interview together. Like ask them to promote your group in their stories. And now you have just elevated the group value by doing that. I know, it's awesome. Okay. So get those guest trainers in there. You're increasing your credibility by association, which does work. Okay. We've been using that in the network marketing space for decades. It totally works. Okay. All right, so as you're looking in your workbook, you're going to see 15 ideas there. Then it's going to say, creating engaging content that converts, finding ways to invite prospects that are limitless. I just need to do the work. So as you noticed yesterday, we had 33 ideas for you of how to fill up your Facebook group, and you were just picking 3 for your homework. So we're not getting an overwhelm. We're just like, wow, there's so many opportunities here. This is awesome. That's kind of the concept behind what we're doing here. So the power of incentives in attracting group members is very, very powerful. When you are first building this out, what you guys could do, just here's a really easy way to get this whole thing started. I want you, if you have a Facebook group that is dead and you're not going to revive it, or it's limping along and you're just going to start over, okay? Or maybe you don't have one. What you can do is you can come up with a free challenge, a free workshop series, a free masterclass, guest expert interview series, okay? Instagram challenge, whatever. And you're going to create a pop-up Facebook group that's just for that thing, okay? So you're telling everybody, hey, here's where all the trainings are going to happen and all the resources and all the information is going to be in this Facebook group, okay? Sweet, come in there. This is where the magic is. So you've got a date that this thing's happening. You've got, all the things, right? Registration page probably. You're going to create the pop-up group. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do your thing. And then after it's done, you're going to keep that group open, and that is now your group. So whatever you decide, make sure it's in that niche of what makes sense for your long-term vision for your group. But a pop-up group, people are excited to be a part of that thing. It gets you really focused on doing a good job with some kind of, we call them conversion events inside of our programs. And that way you can get that group going. You just kind of jumpstart it that way. And now you have your group, and then you can grow from there. Okay. So that's an example of a really powerful incentive to get people to join a group. Okay. Lead magnets obviously are as well. And we've talked a lot about that. Okay. Incentives to attract new members is also in your workbook. So exclusive content. We talked about that yesterday. Maybe it's the actual recipes and you're just showing a picture of the recipe on your wall. The exclusive content is the recipe that's in the Facebook group, okay? Welcome giveaways. Can you come up with a new member gift? Every new member gets a gift. One of a couple of ladies actually in our community, what they do is they extend a coffee chat invitation to every group member. And they just book, they block off 2 days a week for a couple of hours where they book these really short 15 to 20 minute coffee chats on Zoom just to get to know their group members. You can do expert Q&A, member perks and discounts, right? So with Facebook groups, member perks and discounts, you could let them know, you'll be the first to know about new things I'm launching. You could do it like that, right? Give them promo codes, new freebies. They could be the first ones to get it. You can create some exclusivity that way. And then also in the workbook, you're going to see there is creating engaging content that converts. You're going to see daily themed content in the workbook. So this is showing you some examples of how you can create themes with your content. Now, if you do that, basically what you want to be thinking about is this is a guideline for you to create your content. You don't have to call it this outward facing. Your members don't need to know that every Monday is #marketing Monday. This is for you to get an idea. What I find when working with people is that they need something to work off of. They don't do well with a blank slate. So if I'm just like, hey, go create content, they're just like, I don't even know, right? But if in your mind, you're like, okay, every Monday is Marketing Monday. That means I'm going to give a marketing tip. I'm going to put some content together around marketing every Monday. Does that make sense? So that's just to help you. Okay. And Laura asked about a free skincare analysis for groups. So the thing with that is it can work. And when I hear free skincare analysis, I instantly think you're going to sell me some skincare. So I think that you could do that, but I just would be very mindful of the way you position it, that you're going to really help them come up with a full plan, right? So is there certain foods they need to be avoiding, nutrition, water, hydration, sleep, it's a holistic approach. And of course, products, based on their skincare type, if they have like dry skin or rosacea or whatever, whatever it is for them, right? So just be careful the way that you position it is what I would say for that. Okay. All right. So you've got your daily themed content. And then what I'm going to do now for you guys is I'm going to do a little bit of Q&A. Okay. So what this is going to do, what it's going to look like, I want you guys to drop your questions. Maybe you've been dropping them throughout. I'm not going to go back and scroll and answer, just to give you a heads up. So if you already asked, you need to ask again. But I'm actually going to give you guys a little bit of time for some Q&A. And I'm not able to do too much of this. So this is a really cool opportunity for you guys. So I can see you guys if you're on Instagram. And then if you're on YouTube, let me see if I can get to the comments here. Okay. So if you have any questions, if you're on YouTube, you can put those there. And then for Facebook, really easy to see your guys' comments because it's in the live producer here backstage. If you haven't done it yet, it's a whole thing. It's definitely interesting. Okay. So you can ask your questions about Facebook groups. So it might be, this is the name I came up with. Do you like it? It could be, this is the content I was thinking. Would this be a good gift like Laura was asking? Okay. So just drop your questions below. So Tanya, for a brand new group, how much content needs to be in the group before you add members? Oh, it's a great question. So what I would do is I would have the welcome video or welcome post done, have that first. And then what I would do is I would go ahead and start getting people in there because it's brand new. And you can even say it that way, right? Like, let's say you did a post on your wall, teasing it out, or private DM invites. What you could do is you would position it that way. Everything's about positioning. So you could say to them, hey, I have this group I'm starting right now, and I thought of you because this is what it's going to be about. Would you like an invite? If they're like, yeah, go ahead and get them in and say, like I said, I'm just starting it. So I'll be posting every day. Make sure your notifications are turned to all. People like that. It's kind of cool to be a part of something when it's just launching, right? So instead of it being like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough in here. I hear that all the time. That's actually, this is how you know the answer, okay? If the answer is, I need to do this first before I can do blank, that's not right, okay? The answer should be, oh yeah, I should just do it now, okay? So if you're ever wondering, just do it now. Just start, okay? Lori, we care, we share self-care tips. We care, we share. I don't know. I don't love it. Hold on, Lori. We care. Let me see if I can copy this. Let me put it in ChatGPT really quick and see what we think from that. And this is kind of what VIP's like, not kind of. I'll be teaching you guys tomorrow. Hold on, let me ask ChatGPT. But just put VIP in the comments. We'll drop the link for you guys. You need to be in VIP. If you're not in VIP, I really don't know what to tell you. Okay, we're going to get into sales. We're going to get into closing. We're going to get in DMs, conversations. Okay, but the interaction will be like this because I'll be able to answer your questions. Okay, looking for 10 ideas for a Facebook group name. Please help. Not this, but something like this. All right, you guys can't see this. I'm just asking ChatGPT for ideas. Okay. I don't like any of these. Oh, wait, we care, we share self-care tips. So you want it to be around self-care, please. Self-care tips. What's the point of the group? Like self-care so that they can show up more powerfully? Is it self-care so that they can heal? Like, what's the point of the group? Here, I'll put these in the comments. I don't know if it'll actually let me put these in the comments, but I'm going to try. These are actually a lot better. I think it let me. How cool is that? All right, Lori, I've got some ideas for you. I just dropped them in the comments, okay? All right, cool. All right, Tanya, hey, would it be a good idea to start a Facebook group for my faceless with fibro? So what I would do, Tanya, is I would focus on, and actually I've seen yours and I think it's brilliant. It really is. So if you're getting traction with it, what you want to first do is make sure you can get leads from that account. So if you put, hey, I put together an awesome, how to like eat awesome anti-inflammatory foods if you have fibro. If you want the guide, let me know, and you get leads from it, then you're ready to start the group. If you're still working on like getting the content dialed in to get people to actually like engage. So yeah, I would. And also you don't want to be like starting a new Instagram account and starting a Facebook group right at the same time. So I would get like spend a few days to like get a good routine and system in place for Instagram and then start working on your group. Linda, yeah, I record up pretty much everything. Yeah. Okay, so Jennifer, ditch toxic overload through clean eating and natural solutions. Okay, so this is a great point, Jennifer. I'm glad you brought this up. So what we want to think about is we want to talk about the outcome and the promise. So if, let's say you help moms with children that have anxiety, you don't want it to be like the anxiety crusher group, because then right away people are thinking about anxiety and they have a bad group or a bad feeling. As soon as I hear ditch toxic overload, I'm like, oh, I feel toxic and I feel like I'm sick and this is bad. So let's flip it. So if you have through clean eating and natural solutions, what if it was something around clean eating and natural solutions, like not the Clean Plate Club, the clean kitchen or something like that, right? Or like Natural Mamas or clean solutions. But I would do something more around the outcome, if that makes sense. And that would be a good thing to throw in ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT, you guys. That's what it's there for, to do a lot of brainstorming for us. And then we just pick what we like, okay? Nikki, glowing grace, midlife beauty. I actually do like that one, Nikki. So yeah. Dee Dee, social and savvy mindset marketing. Yes, Dee Dee, perfect. Okay, Lori would like VIP. Is it Moni? Is that how you say it? Rebecca. Yeah, I don't. Did you all drop the link for our VIPers? You can't see all the comments. You probably did. Yes. Okay. Oh, good question. Oh, you guys are nailing these questions. Okay, Kim wants to know, when rebranding, does she need to take post out or just start doing value content? What you guys want to do is you want to go back at least a month and get rid of any salesy things. So if you've got your nails, your color straight nail drop every 5 seconds, get rid of all that stuff, okay? And then leave the old stuff. Yeah, you'll see like so this group, Gold Digging Boss Babes, originally was Monat Boss Babes. My very first direct sales company was Monat. It's a shampoo company. And when I started learning social media, all of these people were asking to get in my group that were in the company. And I was like, well, I had made it for my team actually, and my team of like 5. And I was like, okay, the more the merrier, let me help more people. And suddenly there was like 1,000 people in there. And so if you I didn't delete some of the trainings because they apply to anything. You'll see some really, really old trainings in there of shampoo. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah. I would get rid of the salesy ones though. So ADHD, being real and being a leader. I kind of like that, Julia. I feel like you need ADHD. It's kind of like fibro. Like some of these, even though it's like a condition or however you want to label it, you need it in there so people know what it's about. And then instead of being real and being a leader, what if it's something about like thriving or becoming a limitless leader, something like that. If it's going to be about a leader, I think I would choose. Are you going to focus on being real or being a leader? And also, you guys, when you come up with your name of your Facebook group, don't forget you have a tagline that can expand upon this. So if yours was like, ADHD and then colon, and then it said becoming a limitless leader. Right away, I'm like, okay, cool. Like I have ADHD. I want to be a leader. That group's for me. And then the tagline could be tapping into your authentic self to, you know what I mean? Like you could do a little tagline kind of expanding upon that. Inspire, empower, thrive. Tanya, I think that's too vague. So I want it to be more specific. So anything too vague has been overused, you guys. If you just search like inspire, empower, thrive, go look at how many groups there are with those names. So I'd like to be more specific. Yeah. Visionary vixens of marketing for a name. Veronica, I do like that. I think it's fun. Okay, so Amber has an amazing group of women wanting to achieve freedom from anxiety, over 1.11. She has 1,100 members. Great job, by the way. But now I'm really niche down to help anxious moms wanting to start their own business and growing online presence without sacrificing family. Any good tips to switch the group theme? So what you could do is, the thing is, some of the ladies will stay in there even if they are not wanting to build a business, because your strategies, your principles apply to them, right? So what you can do is you can go live and do a rebrand announcement. Okay. So you just go live and say, hey, thank you so much for being in here. And, all of you, appreciate you so much. Wanted to let you know, just with, things that have unfolded in my own life and what I'm really leaning into, and I just feel so passionate about and lit up over, is to really help anxious moms that want to start their own business and grow that online presence without sacrificing their family. So you'll see the content shifting to that. Doesn't mean it won't apply to you still, but I just wanted to let you know about that. I'm super jazzed. And of course, if you have someone you want to invite, great. Yeah, so you just kind of do an announcement. Let's see, we have cleaning business, chaos cleaning. Thinking of starting a group focused on cleaning and organizing tips for neurodivergent families. Thoughts? So what if it's from chaos to clean, from chaos to clean, or from chaos to confident, or turn your mess into success? What if it was called like the Chaos Conquerors? That's another thing, you guys, is the group name can be an identity for the members. So the group could be the Chaos Conquerors, plural, and then the people see it and they're like, I want to be a Chaos Conqueror. Kind of like you guys, you're a goal digger. By being with me and learning this, you are a goal digger. That means something to you when you think about yourself being a goal digger. You're like, yeah, like I'm a goal digger. I'm going after my goals and I'm learning and I'm implementing. So it's making them a part of the identity of the group. So you could also do that, Mandy. Yes. Jennifer, you can answer whatever questions in here I have time for. But that's, those special things like VIP, our programs, that's where you get the questions answered. That's where you get, access. That's kind of where the investment comes from. Yeah. All right, Rebecca. Yes. Oh, it just bumped my little list away. That's all right. Okay, let's see. We'll take a couple more questions. Oh, thank you, Allison. All right, here we go. Jenny, opinion on my group name, Soul Sisters, Christian Women Rediscovering Identity Beyond Motherhood. Nailed it, Jenny. It's fabulous. Okay. So yes. So Shelly wants to know if she has exclusive content in her Facebook group, can she post the same thing on her personal profile and her business page? Yes. Make the group content exclusive and then you can, yes, 100%. I wouldn't even think twice about that. Okay. So Christie's women are people are, group for women journeying through adversity. So it's called Pain into Purpose, Purpose Seekers. Pain into Purpose is the summit title I use, so I name my group to match. I think what I would do is, I feel like it's repetitive with the Pain into Purpose and then Purpose Seekers. So maybe if the group was called Pain into Purpose and then you had a tagline that's like, guiding you to become a purpose seeker to make life lemonade out of lemons, or something like that, right? And I forgot to tell you guys, I don't filter when I'm answering questions. Like there's no filter here. Okay. All right. So I am going to bring from backstage one of our amazing students. She's just just such a blessing in my life. I love her so much. And I wanted you guys to meet her. So if you're on Instagram, let me turn up the volume so you guys can hear. We are in Gold Digging Boss Babes, streaming this and YouTube. So you can go over there and watch the interview if you want. From backstage, Jody Marvin. Hi, Jody.
Whoop, whoop. Hey, Kimberly.
Whoop, whoop. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So tell everybody a little bit about you, what you do, your background.
Oh my gosh.
Spill the tea.
Yeah, absolutely. I have so much to say. So I'm going to try to keep this,
No, you're good. We actually have a little time. You're good.
Yeah. All right. So thank you again for having me here. But hello, everyone. My name is Jody Marvin, and I am a certified business strategist, thanks to Kimberly, and an operations management consultant. And, basically all that means is that, I help small business owners and entrepreneurs run their businesses as efficiently as possible. And that's about it, right? In a nutshell. And I've been in this role for over a decade, but I started out as a virtual assistant back in 2010. And now that was after years of, working for corporate, in office management roles. And I actually ended up scaling my business to a VA agency. And, as time went on, I acquired more skills, as we kind of do as we're, running these businesses and things. And so I eventually transitioned into a more strategic role for all of my clients. And so I have been going pretty strong on that end ever since. So, those things have been going well. And on a personal note, I just wanted to mention that I live in Central New York with my husband of almost 30 years. Next next month is our 30-year anniversary. And
Congratulations.
Thank you. I have 3 beautiful grown daughters. And I just want to back up a little bit, and I want to give you a little bit of some earlier context here. Okay. So I am a true entrepreneur at heart, having a dad that started a business at a very, very young age. And he went on to build other businesses, throughout his life. So entrepreneurship is definitely in my blood. And, I just remember how my dad worked so hard to take such great care of our family and my mom. And there were 7 of us siblings. I'm the youngest of 7. So it was a big family. That's a big undertaking, right? That's, it's a lot of work. But, I also remember watching my father evolve with his businesses, and his first 2 businesses were used auto parts stores. You know how they would have those junk cars where they would, you'd pull the used parts off and you'd sell them cheaper than like new car parts, right? Yeah. And so he did that at first, and then he eventually kind of later in life, and I'm going to say his later 50s or probably in his 60s, which is amazing too, because it's never too late to start, right? But he added in real estate investments and rental properties. But, eventually this guy, and, I was so proud to call my dad, and his name was Ben, but he built up quite the nest egg, and he was actually able to retire himself and my beautiful mother comfortably and then some. And, and I just admired him so much for that, for his knowledge and his persistence and his dedication. And I just remember how good he was with money, and it was so admirable. And you know what? I wanted to do that too. Right. So my father and I used to have these amazing conversations, and I miss those conversations so much. But in those conversations, he used to reflect back on his life, and he would say to me, "Now, how did this dirty old junk man build this little fortune?" And we used to laugh about that, right? And of course, he was referring to his used auto parts businesses, right? Because they used to call them junkyards. So, he'd call himself a dirty old junk man. Like he was really amazed. He was grateful. And, he was just kind of shocked, frankly, that what he had accomplished in his life, right? Because of where he started from. So those conversations were the best. And I also remember that, as he reached his elderly years and he was kind of, beginning to become incapable of handling some of his affairs, I had to step in and, help with some of his legal matters. And, I was sitting in his attorney's office one day, right? And, his attorney had, all the access to my dad's bank accounts and stuff. But so he boldly asked me this question, and I'm sitting here, across his desk, and he said, "How did your dad build all this wealth?" And, I was kind of taken back, and I was kind of dumbfounded, because I was like, well, I mean, I wasn't involved in his day to day every day, right? I was a kid, and in his grind, right? But I thought, I don't know. It must be from all the years of putting in the work and the blood, sweat, and tears. But Kimberly, that is when I realized that really it was because my dad, that dirty old junk man, took a chance at business, and he invested in himself, and he stuck with it, and he worked really, really hard, which reminds me of you, Kimberly. And I think that's why I was so drawn to you. I know. I said, I'm not going to get emotional today. So, but but this is just, there's a connection here, and that's kind of why I'm telling my story here. But so now I want to just fast forward a little bit. Okay. So I want to fast forward to about a year ago from today. And you know what? I don't even know if I knew who you were then. Like maybe I was just becoming familiar with you and you're like coming through my feed and stuff like that. But, I was in a place where the entrepreneur in me, I knew that I was looking for more. And now don't get me wrong. I had a great client. I had great revenue going on. So I didn't really have anything to complain about back then. Right. But I just knew that I wanted something more. And I just wasn't sure what that more looked like, at the time. And I didn't know what more really meant for me. Right. But I did know that I wanted to, serve other like-minded women in some kind of capacity. Right. And I guess, I wanted to serve in that way where I could help them achieve their goals, around, I'm going to say life and time freedom, which was huge for me, because I've been on all sides of the fence. I have been a full-time working mama. I was a stay-at-home mama for a season, and I've been a work-from-home mama too. So, the time freedom thing really, really resonated with me, and it still resonates with me today. And, also what resonated with me, honestly, was financial freedom too, because for so many years, that's what I wanted for myself and my little family. And I wanted to contribute to our family's finances in a way, that allowed me to still be that mama who wasn't too far away, right? And who could be there and, be present and not stressed out all the darn time, and kind of like not rotting away in some office or cubicle somewhere while someone was, raising my little ones. Yeah. So I knew how that felt for me, and I wanted to fix that for other mamas. So I wanted to make a difference like that, So to make a long story short, 1 year ago today, all right, now this is before I was considering your program, okay? But at that time, it wasn't just about building a business for me, okay? Because I already had that business going, all right? But I realized that it was really more about building a better life for myself and sharing that with others so that they could do the same. So now, even though those things, back then, a year ago, again, they seemed, okay, they're okay. And I could have gone on that way, right? But, I was, in some ways just kind of miserable on the inside last year before I found you, Kimberly, really. And, but now, today, as I sit here on this side of the screen, right, telling my story to all of those who are taking Kimberly's workshop right now, and I can say, for all of you that are watching, I was right there where you are right now at this very moment. And I can't even tell you, I am so happy to say that, right now today, I finally have some amazing clarity. I have a real defined purpose because of Kimberly. And not only that, I have created some amazing friendships with my classmates that you really can't put a price tag on, right? Mm-hmm. So now I have all these business besties for life, and, they can lend an ear, a shoulder, they can lend their brain, or, they can just help me, help hold me accountable. And that alone is that to me is priceless. But let's talk about some other things, okay, that I've accomplished in less than a year. All right. So I have a solid Facebook group where I provide tons of valuable content, which Kimberly taught me step by step, by the way, to do, right? And which is pushing 400 members in less than a year. Amazing. Putting all that work in, right? I now, Kimberly, also have, and you know this, but I'm talking to all these lovely ladies that are in your workshop. I now have an academy where I train beautiful women and mamas and grandmas to become certified virtual assistants from the comfort of home, which I absolutely love. I found my purpose. I have a solid DMO. And if you don't know what a DMO is, just stick around with Kimberly because she will teach you. And, my DMO has been one of the biggest game changers for me. All right. I also have a social media marketing plan. I have an email list. I have new and improved financial projections, which were kind of just sitting by the wayside while I was kind of on my hamster wheel, way back then. Mm-hmm. And, the list of all these mini goals that I've accomplished, they could go on and on. So I'm going to leave it at that because, I have limited time, but I would have to say that one of the most important things that I was able to accomplish, with the program is just a huge mindset shift, which, I think back a year ago, I didn't even really think that was possible. But, and even if I didn't accomplish all of those tangible things, like, the Facebook group, the money control, the courses and the programs that I've built all in less than a year, I just have to say that the change in my mindset, that came from implementing your program into my life is what has been, one of the biggest game changers for me. So not only have I accomplished all these things in less than a year, which is crazy, right? I am now filled with hope. I am filled with renewed motivation. I'm filled with gratefulness, belief in myself, and just knowing that I can make a difference in the lives of others. So, and again, I could go on and on and on about what I'm filled with now. And, but when I really sit down and think about where I am today versus that 1 year ago, and that's the reason why I shared my dad's story too, I'm just blown away. I'm a different person. And I'm so glad that I took a chance and I jumped in just like my dad did. Right. Mm-hmm. And, I made that investment in myself because there's absolutely, without a doubt, no way that I would be where I am today if I hadn't invested in myself and made that decision about a year ago, less than a year ago, to join Ignited Life Coaching with you, Kimberly. So Kimberly, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And, I just want to encourage others that if you're, if you've got that stirring in your heart, for something more, maybe you're just not sure what it is, and you're kind of on the fence about joining one of Kimberly's programs. Take a look at me right here. I am living proof before you right now. And I just want you to think about how fast a year goes. All right. And how quickly just 1 year can just slip away without doing something about like building that life that you want or that business that you want. Right. And it's kind of scary how fast it goes, isn't it? So I just want you to remember my story about my dad who invested in himself, and my story about investing in myself too. And, when I look back, I just feel relief. I'm just relieved that I made that decision to just kind of get unstuck and roll with your program, Kimberly. So, everybody watching, just think about the possibilities and what can you do in a year. Okay. And, what you'd like your story to look like 1 year from today, because you just might be the person who is blown away with what you've accomplished, just like my dad was, that dirty old junk man, and just like I am now. And you know what? And you might be the person sitting on the other side of the screen telling your amazing story, just like I am today. So Kimberly, I thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, Jody. Drop the mic, y'all. Thank you so much for sharing about your dad. And like, that's best compliment you could ever give me. But he's like he's so proud. So proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Like your daughters, you've got 3 daughters that can look up and have this role model like you.
Yes.
And now you're helping these other moms and grandmothers. Like, that's what it's all about, is like passing the torch is what I call it. Like, let me pass you the torch and then you pass the torch to the next one. And that's how we make real change in this world. And you're doing it. Like, you're a part of this now.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. But it wouldn't have happened if I didn't make that leap less than a year ago. So.
Yeah. What would you say? I know, let's just call it what it is. The biggest hang up of investing in these programs is the money. Like sometimes you're like, could I do it? The time, there's part of you that's afraid, like, what if I am successful? Mm-hmm. But what would you say, like, cause I'm sure there was part of you that was like, what would you say to those that are like feeling that way right now?
Yeah, absolutely. You just have to remember that it's an investment in yourself. Okay. And I actually, I took out a loan for myself, Kimberly. I'm going to be honest with you, because I wanted it so badly. And, that there's good debt and there's bad debt, right?
Yep.
That's my good debt. And my business is paying that off. And that's the plan going forward too, is that, and that's kind of the mindset that you have to have. So, this whole mindset shift that you teach in your programs is the money mindset. Look, that, you can always make more money, right? But you can't, you can't turn back the clock. And a year ago, if I didn't jump in, then I would have lost all of that. Right. Yeah. So I've just gained so much. And yes, it is an investment. And, at first I was like, ooh, that's, it's an investment. But I talked to my husband. I actually wrote some things down. I prayed over it. I, journaled over it. If you're on the fence about it, then just remember that you can. That's what we're here for anyway. We're here to build our businesses, and we will be successful. And it's just some good debt, and it's an investment in yourself.
Oh, thank you so much, Jody. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are welcome.
You can go follow her, Jody. It's Jodi, Jody Marvin, on Facebook and Instagram. She's on all the places. And if any of you are interested in that VA business, that's what she does. So definitely look her up. And thank you again, Jody, for everything.
Oh,
And I can't wait to
absolutely.
see you. I'm going to
Thank
see you in like a week and a half. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
You soon. I'm so excited.
All right. Thanks,
Bye.
Jody.
You're welcome.
Oh, how amazing is that? And she brings up a good point, you guys. I'm just going to mention this. I want you to imagine your husband, if you're married, or maybe an adult child, or even one of your parents. They call you up. They ask to meet. Your husband gets home from work, and he says, honey, I was at work today, and I'm just feeling like a little, disengaged. I know there's more for me, and I think it would make sense for me to go back to school and get my master's degree. What would you say? You would say, we'll figure it out. We'll find the money, right? Like, and it blows my mind when I talk to women, they're like, oh, I asked my husband and he said no. Like, obviously, I don't know all your specifics. You need to make those decisions, right? But I want to challenge you to shift your mindset when you're thinking about this, because like I said, it's not ironic that we happen to have this program open right now and you happen to be here right now. You guys, we have almost 70,000 people on our email list. We have 70-some thousand followers on Facebook. We have 50-some thousand followers on Instagram. And just you guys are here right now. That's not ironic, right? And I remember at the end of 2019. 2019 was my first full year in business. I did $250,000. I had resigned the year before from my job. And at the end of the year, I didn't have any money. And I was like, what? Because the way I was doing it, it wasn't sustainable. I didn't understand recurring revenue. I also had really, really major money mindset issues, which I still struggle with. It's always, it's definitely like the dominant thing that I'm here to learn in this lifetime. But coming up from, being on food stamps, layaway, reduced lunch, all of that, to being to a point where I had money, I would spend it. You know what I mean? And can any of you relate to that, where it's sometimes it's not even about the cash flow, it's just you're spending it. And I remember it was December of 2019, and I was kind of figuring out my numbers for taxes, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have any, how do I not have any money? And at that point, I was going to have a conversation with my husband, because I had, we had that conversation about me quitting my job, and I was a breadwinner, and I saw this girl, she was teaching about a way of launching where you could actually build in recurring revenue. You could build out like a flagship program. It's really the premise of what we teach in Ignited Life Coaching, and then some. It wasn't so much about personal branding, but about the program. And I remember when I signed up for it, I had to split the payments up because you got a discount, if you paid in full. I remember splitting the pay. I think I took a loan out through PayPal, and then you could pay it back. Anyways, I put it on a credit card, just like Jody said, because I was sitting there and I thought to myself, if I don't do this 1 year from now, no matter what I make in 2020, 1 year from now, I'm going to be in the same situation. Because if I didn't learn how to change that, I wasn't going to be able to change my situation. And what happened next, I went into the program. I was all in, implementing, learning all the things. And I did, or we as a company, but it was still just, not a lot of team members just yet. We did $1.1 million in 1 year, but I was at 35% profitability, which is like a really good gold standard for a company that's at that level. And I share that with you because for some of you, that your money situation, your finances, all of that is a mess and it doesn't make sense. And what we know is that people are living paycheck to paycheck. We know that right now the cost of living is actually higher than the average family household income. So average family household income is like, say, 75,000. Average cost of living for a family is like 80-some thousand. So if you look at the numbers, relying on a job or anything like that, it's just not cutting it anymore. Okay. So we have a little bit of homework for you, and then we're going to jump into our break. We just have a really short break, right? We have a 20-minute break. Okay. Awesome. All right. So you guys get a 20-minute break to work on your homework and all the things. Okay. So the homework is complete your content calendar. You don't have to do it right now, but just so you know what your homework is, we'll put this in the homework post. Decide on your freebie, your incentive, or whatever you want to do for your giveaway. Choose a daily theme. So Monday motivation, travel Tuesday, and then you're going to start posting every day. Okay. So that's what you're going to do for your homework. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen for our break, because we're going to just keep this live stream going. We have a countdown timer for you guys. So that way, Abby made it because she's amazing. That way we don't have to lose you guys like last time. Okay. So let's see if I can figure out Chrome tab. All right, we're going for it. Here we go. Let's see if it works. Great. Instagram, I'll come back on, okay?
Stay with me if you wanna. Stay with me if you wanna. Stay with me if you wanna. Stay with me if you wanna.
All right, we got some rock star jamming happening there. Oh, I got to start my Instagram live. Could just see the screen there, and I was like, where's the people? Hello, we're back on Instagram. Hey, session 4 here. Welcome back, Face Group crew and YouTubers. We've had some people hang in during the break, so that's awesome. I love that. Welcome back on. So what I would love for you guys to do is to let me know that you're here. So put in the comments, I'm here. I'm going to do a really cool giveaway right now to get you guys back. So make sure you're paying attention because that's how we're going to roll with this. So tag a friend and let them know that we are here. So that way everybody can really crush the last part of this training. Okay. Tag a friend. Okay, I see some of you here. Awesome. Did you guys like the intermission we had there? Like I said, Abby put that together. We're all like, yeah, so cool. I love that kind of stuff. I don't know what it is. I just like get excited when somebody creates something and it's magical and all the things. So welcome back on. You guys are doing such a great job. I'm so proud of you. So we're going to do a giveaway. Okay. So this is how it's going to work. You got to be here right now. So this is just going to be announced now. And then if you happen to watch replay, we'll go ahead and let you guys get in there, throw your name in the hat for our giveaway. Okay. So this is going to end tomorrow night at midnight. Okay. So we're going to be able to track and check who's participating in the giveaway. Okay. So this is how it's going to work. What you're going to do is you're going to take a screenshot of me. Okay, make sure my eyes are open. It's the only thing that I ask, that I don't look like I'm on drugs or something. So eyes open, okay? Or you can take a picture of yourself at your desk with this in the background to kind of show that you're like crushing the workshop, okay? So you need a selfie or you need a picture of me. That works as well. And thank you. I agree. Our team is amazing. And take a picture. You can actually even do like a little boomerang, so it can be video. Okay, I'll give you a little creativity with this. Then what you're going to do is you are going to put it in your stories. Okay. So you're going to put in your stories on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, you can do Facebook or both. Okay. So if you put it on both, you get 2 chances. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to put it in your stories. You need to be following me. Okay. So you make sure you're following me at the Gold Digger Girl on Instagram. It's pretty easy to find me. Make sure you're following me over there. And then you're going to tag me. So that's how we're going to know on, dude, you guys, my hair's driving me bananas. Can you tell? It's like, stop. I've been touching my hair since 2017 on videos. Like I can't, it's like a twitch. Okay. Hands are right here. I'm not touching my hair. So on Instagram at the Gold Digger Girl, you have to be following us, tag us in the story that you post, or little boomerang, whatever, the picture of me saying, oh, crushing this workshop with Kimberly, or a little picture of you at your desk going, oh my gosh, love working from home and learning from the best. On Facebook, you got to tag me over there. And same thing. Okay. So if you do a tag on both accounts, you get 2 entries, and we're going to draw a winner. We're going to pick a winner. We'll announce it. I don't know when we'll announce it, but we're going to be looking within the next 24 hours. Obviously, we're going to give you till midnight tomorrow night. Okay. But those stories will go away after that. So you're going to win a Gold Digger goodie bag. Okay. So there's going to be Gold Digger swag in there. Might be some books from me. You guys know I'm not short on books. We have journals. We have all kinds of amazing swag. We're going to put a little goal digger goodie bag together for the winner. So when you win, we will announce it in our stories and we will tag you. Okay. We'll give you a tag. You need to reach out to our team on DM, whichever platform we announce it on, and tell us your address. And that's all we need. Okay. Does everyone have the instructions for the giveaway? You guys good? Okay. Fantastic. So you guys excited to dive into the final session? I wanted to let you guys know for VIP tomorrow, after it's done, so it's going to be 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Central. After it's done, I'm actually going to host a private Q&A Zoom with those of you considering the Academy, considering Ignited Life Coaching. We also have ILC Accelerate, which is an opportunity to work with me. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I could get one-on-one calls with you, Kimberly, and access to you. Yes. This is like the only time you'll ever see me talk about this. Okay. So congratulations. And we're going to do a Q&A Zoom. If you're in Academy right now in our programs or you're in MME, come to the Zoom, come to the Q&A session. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to screen share. I'm going to show you the back office, the curriculum, and we're going to talk about all the nuances to see if it's a good fit for you. Okay. It might not be a good fit. Probably one of them will be, but if not, I will tell you. I did have a girl one time. She was an engineer and she wanted to really like focus on her engineer career. And we did a call and I was like, no, this is not a good fit for you. So if it's not, I will tell you that. You can always know I'm going to shoot you straight. That's what you get from me. Okay. So it's not a separate Zoom link. You'll just stay on after the VIP session. Okay. But to come to the Q&A Zoom, you need to be in VIP. Okay. I'm looking for people who are all in and investing. So we'll drop the VIP link for you guys right now. It's your last chance to get in. This is it. Okay. For VIP tomorrow, Closing Like a Boss, it's going to be on Zoom. Make sure you have the Zoom link. It'll be in your back office as well. There are bonuses that came with that. So you'll get the entire Close Like a Boss selling guide. So if you're one of those that you like the videos, but you need like the words too, we have a full, beautiful guide we put together. We also have magnetic marketing for those of you that want to really learn how to get people to engage with your content, to stand out on social media, to like really understand marketing. We have a magnetic marketing ebook we put together for you as well. So that comes with VIP. In VIP, we're going to talk about closing specifically. We're going to talk about sales. I've been selling since I was 18 years old. I sold Cutco cutlery knives. When I graduated high school, I sold it and worked in that company for 7 years. I became a district manager. It was my first entrepreneurial venture. And I was top 50 in the company I won a scholarship to pay for college. I was number 2 recruiter. Are you guys surprised? Like I could go on and on. Selling knives to strangers is not easy. I'm just throwing it out there. So I know how to sell. And actually what's so cool about what I'm going to teach you is that you're not actually selling. And that's the secret. That's the secret sauce. Okay. We're also going to do DM strategies, messaging. I'm going to give you scripts. I'm also going to give you my secret, I don't want to call it secret, but just formula for DM scripting. I'm going to show you how to do that in Canva, and you can copy it and use it for different messaging flow. If somebody wants your freebie, that's a different conversation that someone's looking to get in your free workshop, right? If someone's looking at buying your course or joining your network marketing company, there's a different conversation there. So we're going to go over those nuances together. Are you guys excited about VIP? I know we've had a ton of people register. I know you guys are really jazzed about that, and that makes me happy. So it's going to be great. Okay, final session. Profit secrets. Now we get to start talking about the profitability. Now we get to start talking about how you actually can make some money with your Facebook groups. So what's really interesting is once you just take a breath and give yourself some grace, which I get it because I am a very like, let's go fast person. When you can slow down and give yourself grace, it allows for things to come in. Okay. It allows for the relationships to be built. People can sense your energy. Yes, I'm actually in a Facebook group called Goal Digging Boss Babes. If you're on Instagram and you want to come pop in, yeah, go to guide number 7 for all the replays. So when you can take the time to build the relationships, that's when the magic can happen for you. Because if you're just trying to sell people, they can sense it and it's just not going to work. Or you'll get a sale here or there, but you don't have the longevity. And you definitely are not going to be engaged and excited about creating new content because it's all about selling. When you can serve, you will be lit up. You will be refueled from it. You will have the most amazing conversations in that sense of purpose and helping people. If you hear how Jody talks, you can tell She's a woman who's found her purpose. You can tell the way that she's talking, she loves what she does. And her group is 400 from a brand new group. She did not have like her brand out there. She's done all that work in the last year. And she actually, it's even been less than that, actually. I would say the last 6 months is when she really like started launching, putting her offer out there and having the group going and the brand. 400 people are in her group that want to be there, get so much value from what she does. That comes with that long-term vision. That comes with slowing your roll like we talked about yesterday, okay? So what we want to do is we want to remember that 90% of buyers require additional time. So when you are talking to people in your Facebook group, they aren't necessarily going to buy right away, okay? It's recorded, Jennifer. We can get you the replay, yeah. So they need more time, okay? Most people don't say yes on the first time, okay? People need time to process. They need to decide if you're the right person for them to work with, maybe check finances. So if you are thinking that your Facebook group isn't working because you put stuff out there and people haven't bought it, how many times have you put it out there? How many times would you say, if you're really honest, drop a number in the comments? How many times do you follow up with people with a strategic system? Like you're using a organized like Trello board or some kind of CRM or software. How many times on average do you follow up with people? Is it once, sometimes, not enough, here and there? How many times would you say you follow up with people? Let me know in the comments. Instagram, I want to see you too. Put it in the comments. How many times do you follow up with people? So when I actually I've been in marketing for 26 years? Oh my gosh, that's so weird. Okay. I'm not a dinosaur, I promise. I started when I was 5. No, I'm just kidding. But I've been in marketing a long time, you guys. And I remember when I was first studying this for online marketing before I got into network marketing, and they were saying that, big companies like Nike and stuff like that, with their messaging, commercials, billboards, they get in front of people, I want to say like 13 times or something like that. Okay. And for us to do that follow-up, it used to be 3 to 5 times. Yeah, like Tanya. Used to be 3 to 5 times. Back in the day when I was actively enrolling in network marketing, I enrolled 700 people directly to me while I was in network marketing, actively building. 700 people. It's a lot of conversations, right? Well, I was organized. I had a system. I followed up with everybody. Like I had a whole process. And it would be about three, I think for me is closer to 3 times, 3 to 5. You guys know it's not that anymore. Okay. When I was first teaching Instagram, we would tell people with reels, 7 seconds, right? Guess what it is now? The 3-second videos, the 4-second videos, the 5-second ones are popping off faster than the 7-second and 10-second. Why? Because people's attention spans are even less, which is scary because what is it going to get down to? What, 1 second, right? Probably in some way. So what does that mean for you? We have to learn to play the game. Okay. We can't think about yesterday. We can't kick and scream and cry about things. Learning marketing and learning business allows you to navigate all the ups and downs, all the pivots, all the changes. You guys who've been around a little bit here, you've noticed the shift in the last couple of years. It's real. Okay. Not to mention a global pandemic. There are real things that happen. You've got to learn to understand that this is a process. Number 1 priority is to build relationships. The only way you can build relationships if you truly have your niche dialed in, you understand your avatar and what their pain points are, and you deliver content around that. You're going to know if it's working, if people are asking you questions. Did you guys see how many questions we had when I said I would take a few questions earlier? There's a lot of questions. Okay. And I couldn't even get through them all. That's because I'm dialed in on what you need and I'm providing content that's helping you. If you're asking all these questions, I know I have found a topic that is helping you and that's landing with you and that I can build something around. And that's why we built this workshop. So do you have that kind of confidence? If you don't, and then you wonder why you're not making sales, that's why. Okay. There's a huge disconnect in your whole strategy. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to be able to have conversations. If I can get you to get in the DMs with your people, I can teach you how to close those sales. But if you're not, and I don't mean DMs like, happy birthday, was it fun? Oh, what did you do? Oh, that's cool. I went there one time. Any plans for this summer? Okay, that's not going to work, okay, unless you know how to pivot that conversation. What I'm talking about is conversations in the DMs that stem from stuff happening in your Facebook group, or you striking up a conversation with that group member straight away in the DMs, guiding them to buy from you, okay? Guiding them to buy from you. If you can do that and guide them to get into the DMs and have a conversation around potentially buying from you, then you can learn how to close sales in the DMs. It's just a skill set you need to develop, okay? And a mindset and an energy thing, right? Like you can't be like, you know what I mean? Like what I have, I know for a fact can help people. So I'm passionate to share it. If you notice when I'm presenting my different offers throughout the year, we open things up here and there. You can tell that I'm excited to share it with you. I know it's going to help you. This is an investment for people to come into our programs, right? And I'm not like, well, hopefully it works out. I'm like, come in our programs. Let me rock your world. Let's change your life. Where does that conviction come from? It's because I'm confident in having conversations around sales because I know I'm not selling you. I am actually offering a solution to your biggest problem. Okay. What is your people's problems? If you know what their problems are, you can offer solutions. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys some ideas here. It's just going to be cool. Okay. Okay. So you guys can see in the workbook, if not, just write this down. I will create more opportunities for conversations by utilizing the following: a pinned welcome post. We already talked about that. It's going to be part of your homework, but you want that welcome post. Okay. That's going to be part of your session 4 homework, actually, is your welcome post. Okay. You need the pinned welcome post immediately. Maybe it's a live or a static post, whatever works for you. Okay. The second thing you need to do is privately message each new member. And let me tell you, if their issue, so let me give you an example. So let's say Abby's new to our group and I'm DMing Abby and I say, hey, Abby, I see that you're in Goal Digging Boss Babe. So excited to have you. This book, tell me a little bit about you as far as, being an entrepreneur. What would you say is like your number one challenge or thing that you want to work on this year? And Abby's like, I'm really struggling with making sales. Like I put stuff out there. I put content out there. People seem to like it, but I'm not able to get them into the DMs. Now, what if she says something that I'm not skilled in? So let's say she says, maybe she has an Etsy shop, which we actually just launched our first Etsy shop. More on that later. But let's pretend I don't know Etsy and I don't know what she's talking about. I'm going to go Google it. Okay. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I have a new client or potential client that she's really struggling with her Etsy shop. What are a few tips I can give her? I'm going to see what ChatGPT says. I'm also going to look on YouTube and see if I can find a quick 5-10 minute video, just like a crash course on Etsy, making those sales. And I'm going to send her the video and I'm going to say, hey, totally get it. I'm not the pro on Etsy yet, but I know that marketing and sales apply to anything. So I have some trainings for you. I'm going to tag you on. In the interim, watch this video. I think it'll help you out a lot. So what I'm doing is I'm mentoring her. Even if I don't know anything about Etsy, I can go Google something. I can watch a few videos and you might think, oh my gosh, that takes so much time. I guarantee that no one else has done that. And so she's going to be like, what? Who is this Kimberly person? I'm going to get her attention. She's going to come hang out by the campfire when I have other things I'm doing. She's going to, before you know it, she's going to be in my program. It's like, wow, that's how you stand out. Be different. Don't be like everybody else. Okay. Go the extra mile. Really important. Okay. So we're going to privately message each new member. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to welcome new members every week. So on that Trello board I showed you at the beginning of today, it's going to be on the homework post. So if you guys missed it, we have another Trello board that we want to give you. It's epic. And one of the columns says welcome post. And the reason why is I want to make sure that's a part of your weekly strategy with your content. So what's really cool is on desktop, and it might even be on your phone too, but desktop's always easier for this kind of stuff. It'll say you have 5 new members this week. Welcome them. Click the button. It's going to generate a post that it automatically tags those people, and you can edit the post caption. So you could say, welcome new members. Click here to get a free gift from me, or DM me the word gift and I'll get you a gift. Comment below. Let us know a little bit about you. So what you're doing strategically is making sure every single new member comes back into the group. They see their name called out. They get that notification that you tag them in a post, they're going to come into your group. A lot of you aren't even doing that, okay? So we want to do that. Then what we want to do is we want to acknowledge our most active monthly users, okay? So what this is going to look like is who is the most active. You can find this in the group insights, which again is also best on desktop. And when you do that, it's going to tell you your most active members. Now, if you have a new group, you don't have to acknowledge 10 people. You could acknowledge the top group member. I do this on Instagram for notifications. If I see somebody who's just like really engaging my content, I take a screenshot and I shout them out because I love that. Like if people are just like picking up what I'm dropping, like I want to acknowledge them for that and thank them, you know? So again, those little things go a long way. So could you do a shout out? Could you do a thank you? Also, when I was really working on growing my groups, I used to message each of them, my top 10, and tell them because they might not know. And I would just say, you know, I just want to thank you for how active you've been. Like, I really appreciate it. And again, it went a long way. I have some of you that have been in my group for years. And think about other groups you're in that you come and go. Why? Because you don't feel seen. You don't even feel like they know who you are. I'm in a lot of groups. I'm actually in like actual coaching programs, and the person has never reached out to me. So don't be like everybody else, you guys. Like, go the extra mile for sure. And then the final thing is, it says units, but I meant guides. Sorry about that. It's a little old. But you know, do you guys remember units? Like, why did they have to like change the name of it? That cracks me up. Like, I want to know why those decisions are made. Anyways, utilizing guides so newbies can get a quick win. So what that means is when you have a new person and you have that conversation with them in Messenger, if you don't remember, I said it yesterday, what you want to do is, let's say Lori's my new member and we're chatting in Messenger and she's like, yeah, I'm really struggling with, content and social media. Like, I can't seem to figure it out. What I'll say to her is, okay, no worries. I actually put together my a guide with my best trainings. It's like my best 5 I've ever done on social media. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tag you on the first one. You can go through those, watch those, and then once you're done, just let me know and we can chat about it. Okay. Or let's say I had something that made sense for her. What I would do is still tag her on the guides, and I would say, go through the guides. But if you want more, I actually have a course I did. It's all about like crushing your social media. Let me know if I can send that to you. If she legit is searching for help and she likes my training, she's going to buy my course. All of you buy courses. I know you do. I know what you're doing. You're scrolling at night. You're bored. You see an ad, you click through and buy it. Like, we're all buying courses. It's like shoes around here, right? Like, we're just buying all the courses. So why wouldn't other people want to buy stuff from you? Okay. Now, network marketing, direct sales, stuff like that, it can be a little bit harder because the person has to be either not in network marketing or they have to not be happy with the company they're with if they're in network marketing. That's why you want to expand your circle. You want to be building your friends list every day, new Instagram followers every day. That's part of your DMO. We do teach daily activity planning so you know exactly what to be doing for your money-making activities every single day. The essential thing to do every day is connect with new people, tell new people what you do, and follow up every day. That's it. That's literally your game plan. Okay. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to utilize the units so that way, or the guides, so that newbies can get a quick win. Okay. Really important. But the consistency is the secret weapon, guys. That's it. Your biggest problem is consistency outside of mindset and you not believing in yourself. It's consistency. Okay. I'm consistent. It's like the sun rising and setting. You know, Kimberly Olson's going to be on social media somewhere every day. Okay. Of course, I have a team to help me to show up and make sure you see me, but I'm consistent. I'm reliable. That builds trust. That builds credibility. That builds authority. Are you doing that? You want to ask that about yourself as well. Okay. So the final part of this, there's some selling strategies for some examples in the workbook on page 32. Okay. So this is how we're going to connect the dots. Okay. And Laura, I think Lori, you were asking about this. Was that you, Lori, with the skincare survey or whatever analysis? This would be an example of that. Okay. So selling strategies, this is what it's going to look like. If you have a meal plan giveaway, okay, give something away. Say you give away a meal plan. When you give away the meal plan, it's either like a drawing or every new person gets the meal plan. So let's say Lauren's my new group member, and Lauren wants the meal plan giveaway. Okay, she puts me. I send her a DM. I'm like, hey Lauren, here's the meal plan giveaway. I'm sending it over. Check your inbox or whatever. Here's the link. While you're, I'm so glad that you grabbed the meal plan giveaway. Tell me, what has you excited about the meal plan? Are you just looking for new ideas? Are you starting like a new health journey? Like what's going on with you? And she's like, oh yeah, making this up obviously, but Lauren's like, yeah, just haven't been as active lately. I used to work out a lot and, gained a few pounds and just looking to like kind of do a reset and just eat better. And if I sell nutritional supplements, what I can say to her is, oh yeah, totally get it. I actually gained 40 pounds, which is true. I lost the 40 pounds, which is true. And I can say, that's what I do is I work with moms to help them with metabolism, energy cravings. I'd love to tell you a little bit about that. Let me know if I can get you some info on that. And if she's like, sure. You guys, this is not difficult. I could do that all day, every day and like crush selling nutritional supplements. Okay. I would rather teach this than crush this, but this can apply to anything. You could do a 5-day Instagram challenge, and every single challenger, you could sell them the Instagram content planner. I have sold Trello boards before. Could you sell Trello boards? Yes. Could you sell content? I actually woke up this morning and like 5 people bought some content that I was reselling, just like Canva templates. I didn't even talk to them. They just found it, on my Stan store or whatever. People are buying these things. Why can't they buy them from you? Okay. If you have a personal branding ebook, it's all about your brand, your avatar work, all that. You put an ebook together. Why couldn't you talk to somebody about stepping into your coaching program or buying a course from you? Okay. If you have a testimonial video that you drop in your group, that should be part of your content, and people comment like, wow, that's amazing. Could you reach out to those people and say, hey, I'd love to talk to you about, where she was at and, what resonated with you and how I can support you. Get on a call with them and talk to them about your life coaching programs. Okay. Top productivity hacks. You could sell people into a course. Self-care Sunday challenge. You could talk about your wellness coaching. Okay. I mean, seriously, you guys, rinse and repeat. Don't make it complicated, but also if you feel like I'm so lost, that's just a story you're telling yourself. You can figure this out. I mean, think about it. You made your way to this Facebook Live or YouTube or Instagram, like you figured that out. You know how to use your phone. You're using the internet. Like you're building a business. You've probably had children or are an adult. Like you've got it. You know what I mean? Like you can do this, but you keep telling yourself that you can't do things and that people don't like you and you're not me. It's just a bunch of crap. It's literally holding you back. And once you get out of your own way, you're going to be like, holy cow, like your whole life is going to change, but it won't change until you start thinking differently. And if you don't know how to do that on your own, that's actually what we do. We want to teach you that. Okay. So as we close this out, what we're going to talk about, tomorrow obviously is VIP. So we'll put the link for you guys one more time. Also, one more time, we're going to drop some of the other things that we had in the registration process you might have missed. I have a 470 viral video and stories template pack I put together. I personally put it together. And what I did is I picked viral videos. So you can use them for Faceless. You can use them for your normal Instagram accounts. You can use them for Facebook. You can use them for your stories. So there's awesome video reels and stories. You can use them for TikTok. So there's 470 of them. We'll drop those in here because this is the only place you can see them. The other thing is we have a Stop the Scroll bundle. And the Stop the Scroll bundle is actually two things inside of it. So you're going to get a social media mastery guide. It's literally like 2 courses, but it's all digital. So there's not videos. It's all written. It's extensive. And you're also going to get the email mastery. And that's the one that has 100 emails written for you. We have your welcome series. We have your thank you campaign. There's 92 sales emails in there that you can use for copy and other things. And there's 100 reel hooks you can use in there for your reels or whatever. There's CTAs in there. I mean, it's like just goes on and on and on. So grab those because we're not going to offer those again. Okay. And then as I mentioned, final thing I'll say is that our academy, 6-Figure Breakthrough Business Academy and Ignited Life coaching programs are open right now. We're going to be closing those Tuesday at midnight. And this is an opportunity for you to step in to get a 12-month business coaching by myself and the team. And inside of this program, we're going to teach you simple systems and online strategies in sales and marketing. We'll let you know which program's best for you. Every week, we have weekly group coaching. You have access to our Facebook group and our group chat. Our chats are very active, meaning if it's midnight and you drop a comment in there, it's a global program. So someone in Australia might jump in and help you out. So you're getting that support, you're getting your questions answered, and you're getting the specific step by step by step. So when you're building a business, you want to think about building a house, you need the solid foundation. And then it's brick by brick by brick. A lot of you are trying to like put the, roof on when you don't have the foundation, you can't do it that way. Okay. We want to learn strategies. We want to put systems in place. We don't want to be building our business off of tactics and like little things you're seeing floating around social media. We want to think long-term sustainable. Okay. So you're going to get your curriculum, you're going to get your box in the mail. You have access to me. You'll be assigned to a coach inside of Ignited Life Coaching. Both programs, you'll be seeing all of our team. Our team is very involved in our program. So we have marketing, we have our finances, we have operations, we have social media, we have branding, all the things. It's not Kimberly Olson, the Kimberly Olson show, although all the curriculum is me, and you see you see me most of the time. We have a whole team here. So this is really a comprehensive approach to being able to guide you in the next year of your business. And we'd be honored to work with you. So if you want to get into our programs, where would be the best way, you guys, for them? Can you put both links below? We'll put both links below right now. So if you happen to watch this, if you're on Instagram, just DM me and just say, hey, I want to know more about your programs, and we can tell you which one's best. I'm going to do a Q&A Zoom tomorrow at the end of the VIP session. So you could come to that as well. That would make sense for you to do that. Okay. And I just want to tell you guys, you did such a great job. Like, you guys crushed it. What was your favorite part? I'd love to know. Out of everything that we went through and worked on together, what would you guys say was your favorite part? Was it, did you like the 2-day setup as well? I'd love to know that. Some of you have done our other ones. We've done 4-hour workshops. So we decided to break it into 2 days just because, and this is the first time we've done it this way, where we've had the 2 sessions right in a row and then 2 sessions the next day. Let me know if you liked that. And then also just the content itself. What was like your favorite part of it? Like, which part were you like, yes, was it? I suspect is probably figuring out what your group's going to be. That's usually like the $1 million question. You know what I mean? So did you like the 2 days versus the 4-hour workshop? I want you guys to vote for that below so we know. We actually have a couple of things this summer planned, but nothing that's like rural, workshop style like this. So it'll be a little bit before we do another one. So I'm really glad that you guys were here today. So it seems like most of you like to break it up. Okay, fabulous. That's awesome. Okay, great. Well, you guys did such a great job. And again, Team Goal Digger, thank you guys so much for handling the behind the scenes. And I just want a big welcome to all of our new students, and really excited to have you guys. We will have orientation for you guys. So for those of you that are like, I've got end of year stuff right now and all the things, the program's open till Tuesday at midnight. If financing is in place, so maybe you're talking to your bank, we work with a third-party funding company called Ease. There's Klarna, there's all these things. As long as the funding is in process, don't worry about that Tuesday at midnight deadline. All of you will start officially the week after. We'll have an orientation and all of that. Really, it's just to bring this class of students in all at the same time. Okay, great. You guys did awesome. Okay, cool. And Instagram as well. You guys did great. So happy to have you guys. Welcome new students. Looking forward to it. And then I'll see you guys for VIP. I'll see you guys for VIP 11 a.m. Central, and it's going to be on Zoom. So check your email, check your back office. Our email is thegoaldiggergirl@gmail.com if you need any help with that. And don't forget, take a picture, put it in your stories, and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl so you can get in our giveaway. We're going to pick somebody tomorrow night to get a Goal Digger swag bag, and you guys want to make sure you get into that. All right. Great job. Thanks for being on. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon. My company is called The Gold Digger Girl, and we serve female entrepreneurs, teaching them how to use social media. So simple systems, online strategies, and sales and marketing. So really anyone who wants to be able to take their brick and mortar online or maybe scale their business, monetize their personal brand, we teach them exactly how to do it through social media. For me personally, I was a selfish reason to come onto social. I was flying all over the country. I was doing weekend events. I was missing my kids. I just was missing all the things. And I thought, gosh, if I could do this from my cell phone, that's going to allow me to have that time freedom. So that's why I got on. But when I started having these different niches, different industries of women coming, I realized anybody can sell on social. Anyone can build a business. As we've seen, we really don't know what the future looks like. So being able to pivot and take your maybe brick and mortar offline and add an online dimension can be so powerful for anyone. The ultimate mission is to allow women to own their voice, own their worth, and know that they can make a difference. If we can ignite a fire in others, then they're going to show up differently. They're going to show up as a different wife, a different mom. And that starts to impart that, change in a community. And with social media, you literally can impact people all around the world. So what kind of gets me out of bed in the morning and keeps me up late at night is this drive that I have to ignite the fire in others, to inspire change, lasting change for themselves, their families, their communities, and eventually, I really think we can change the world. For those that are wanting to know more about what we do and how they can get into our community, head to our website, thegoldiggergirl.com, and you're going to see a spot to enroll into our free community and come hang out with us. We have content. I do brand new trainings in there every single week. We have guest trainers. And then follow me anywhere on social for new content. I am literally on every platform. You can find me at The Gold Digger Girl on Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, wherever you're hanging out. I'd love to connect with you. Definitely shoot me a DM and say hello.